Hi, it's Hillary with Lazy Lima Life, here to share my sort of really almost finished, nearly there craft room. Yay! There's still a little, couple of things, a couple of shelves, a couple of pictures to hang, a clock to find, all those little sort of things to do. But for the most part, it's done, it's functional. I work in here and I want to share it. So come on, let's go. This is my TV and my little nerve center, a big box of yarn, a big crate of yarn, and I got this case here from IKEA. It's one of those that can go, this way or long ways. You can put it on wheels. I kind of wish I had put it on wheels because it would give me storage underneath. That's my little ironing center for sewing. It's a little cramped, a little cozy over there. It's also where I usually will charge my devices. I have a nice poster up on the wall. I don't know why I like this so much, but the giraffe riding the shark, I don't know, just amused me. And it was 30 cents on Amazon. Big thing in the room, the awesomest thing is my chair. I found this chair at a church sale for $12.50. I had it recovered in all these beautiful fabrics. Also, I have a table here, which is when I'm filming when I take pictures of my Etsy shots, it's a lightweight table. I can move it over to here where my light is. It's already plugged in and I can shoot photos for my Etsy shop. Currently, my little happy place there is, where I work on things like my knitting, which is there currently. I also read there, and the TV is going to go on the wall mount that I have. I have my requisite Raskog cart from IKEA, so that's when it became an official craft room, when we introduced that little number. Over here to this end, I have the filing cabinet that came with the room. I don't mind it being there so much right now. Although I kind of, I know that if it wasn't, or if it was actual storage, it would be much more convenient space-wise for me. But right now, you can see it has my laptop, and I'll store my paper cutter on there, and my giant saddle stapler usually lives there. Right here, I have those pink trays that I think I told you about in a video long ago, which I got. I think they were like $40 or something, and there was some crazy sale going on at Michael's, and I ended up getting it for 10 bucks. And then I went back and got another one, and I was so pleased until I got home and had it set up and realized it is not meant to take any weight heavier than like an ounce, because every time you pull out the drawers, they go off track. So what I keep in them now is things that I don't normally have to get to very often. So it has some cookie cutters and some, I think my watercolor markers are in there, and my chalks, which I use, but I don't use terribly often. In a different angle, you can see this little tray thing that I have on the back of my door. I love this thing. It takes a lot of weight. I keep my spray paints or my spray cans and giant jars of diamond glaze. Here I have my iris carts, and they hold my rubber stamps in these two. And over here, this one holds some punches, some of my paints, containers that I want to decorate, and some beauty supply things that since I've just started working on those types of projects, they don't take up that much real estate, so they're good there. Bookcase here is full of my craft books. I've got some games on the top. Yeah, I keep here. Back in the day when I first started knitting and people were posting a lot of patterns on their blogs, I was always afraid that those blocks were going to go away. So I printed everything like a maniac and set it up in their separate folders. And, you know, it's kind of a good thing that I did that because a lot of those blocks did disappear. And I can't find those projects, not even on Ravelry. Here's where I keep all of my ink-related supplies. It's also very close to my desk and my printer because I have my small punches here. In this drawer, above that is embossing powders, pigment ink pads, dye ink pads, re-inkers are mostly in here with glitter. And alcohol inks and things like metallic rub-ons and all of those things are in the white. And then on the bottom here, I have some unmounted rubber. I have 2 drawers that are sort of informally called things that stick and things that cut. So scissors and punches and whatnot are in the things that cut, and all my glues and tapes and whatnot are in the things that stick. Printer, my printer here, one of my lights is there, and all my paper and stuff I keep in. This is a nightstand that's from my bedroom set, and it has a nice deep drawer. I keep some container type things in there, and my printer cartridges. So those are in there. Right now I have a wholly inappropriate chair for working at. So the chair is too low and I can't find one that I like that goes with the room. So I have this chair that I picked up at a garage sale many years ago that's got a pillow and a folded Afghan on it. So you make do, right? And like I said, the room is right now works in progress. So that's a project that I'm working on with some beads. I have this where I keep my washi tape. And that's working out pretty well. I like that it's there and it's visible. Can you believe like this time last year, I was like, oh, I only need like 3 things of washi tape. I have cutting mats here, which are good, protect the desk surface. I have my OttLite lamp. Which is nice because it goes by the touch and it goes up to, I think you can click it 4 times for brightness and then off. So this is the scary corner of the room. We're gonna start with looking at the neater portions, which are my IKEA little boxes. I don't think they sell these anymore, but I can stack them on top of each other. Let's see, we have sponges. We have some silamide, I think that's what that is. Here's my, I'm going to make crepe paper flowers pack. I've never been opened, as you see. Here's some thread that I use for beading. There's the shells. Here's cut cardstock, stickers. Oh, some of these stickers are so old. I believe I got this sticker when I was in high school, so. Does it still smell like pizza? Yeah, it kind of does. Now, this scary corner, that's all fabric. In these two bins, it's all fabric, and as you can see, it's exploded and it no longer fits in 2 bins. I probably need 3 bins. There's more yarn over here. At the bottom, here are some fragrance oils that I use in my beauty products, which are, some of them are housed in here as well. And there's some more wooden boxes with some book storage here with the crates. So I've interspersed the crates with the boxes. This is all my bead storage. Well, I shouldn't say all my bead storage. You guys know me by now. This is not all my bead storage, but it's a good portion of my bead storage. And I got these at Joann's when they were with a 50 or 40% off coupon, and they are fabulous. I love these. I'm going to get a label maker and label what's on there. That's a future project. And back over here, we have some more yarn. So This yarn bin I got at Target, and it's the turquoise and the white, and those were the colors that I wanted to be predominant in my room, turquoise and a coral and pinks and whatnot. And I went back to get more because I foolishly thought that giant bin would hold all my yarn. And yes, I am laughing with you. When I went back to Target, they no longer had the turquoise and white bins on sale, and they had these silver and white ones that were nice, that were the same size. And I thought, well, you know, it's only going to hold yarn, so I can spray paint them, which I did, and I think they came out lovely. Here in this large wooden cabinet, I have some Envirotex and some studs in there, and not the kind of studs you think, and some containers and some spray paint, and a couple of, you know, weird things like lanolin and PVA glue and padding compound and glycerin. Those are all over in here, and these are things that I don't access very often. But it's nice to know the things that you don't access very often. I notice you tend to forget that you have them. And so I want to be able to see them so I don't go out and buy them again. That takes us to our table, which is set up for two things right now. I am cutting paper for some things that are going to go in my Etsy shop. And I am also winding my hanks of yarn into cakes. So my paper cutter is here, and my Swifton ball winder are here. And I have a nice chair, which I just got a cushion for. And the table has flip down leaves, so I can make this table larger if I need to. And that is very handy. You can also see some of the things I have in my bookshelf. I have a Lazy Susan that keeps, right now it has prescription bottles on there. There's probably a better place to put those so I can use that space more effectively. But I have my knitting needles, the large ones, and I have some fabric that I want to work on. Here are some little bits of like scrap fabrics and fat quarters with notions and zippers and things and interfacing. There are some sewing and jewelry making things over in this corner, and this is a beautiful drawer full of stuff that I regularly access, but I can't face it out and I don't have a place to put it. So once I get the TV hung on the wall, then I can face that around. And so this closet isn't very big, and I'd like to be able to use the storage in here more effectively. But let's start at the top. I have one of those long bins. This is all rolls of paper. And I don't like the way it looks. It's very messy. And I also have some clothes in here. So that is not very conducive to using my space as wisely as I should. I have a new set of iris carts here, which store my paper by color. And my gym shoes, so yay. One of the things that I really think is a good idea is, especially if you compartmentalize your projects, is to have storage bags. That is a really good thing that I have here, because when I need to put something in a Ziploc bag, I can just grab one right here. And everything here I got on Amazon. So this little hanging project here, I'm surprised it's just Velcro. This here is another long thing of paper. This is another thing I'm really pleased with, and I think I'm going to get another one. This is a I think it's supposed to be shoe storage that I got on Amazon. And what I like about it is 3 individual hooks. So you don't have to worry about trying to fit this item on a hook that's not, you know, spaced as far as the grommets. And you can also kind of adjust for your door. So, and I keep all sorts of little things like my glue gun and some baggies and some cords and little things that tend to get lost easily. I keep them here. That is probably the whole craft room. I really enjoy being in this room. I don't have to worry about you know, leaving a mess, and it cleans up pretty easy, and everything kind of has a place. So I hope you enjoyed my craft room. I really enjoy being in this space. I've been productive here. I would like to have more floor space, but I don't. And I'm not gonna give up my big giant chair because that thing is a thing of beauty, and is so freaking comfortable. And I'm not going to get rid of stuff anytime soon. Let's get serious. So I think the key to setting up your craft room, craft space, craft area is to just find what works for you, and you know, note what you use all the time and the things that you use less frequently, and put them in places that are according to that system. I don't want to have to search for things. That is my pet peeve, is like when I lose something or I've misplaced something, I go crazy. Like last week I wanted to make this pear compote that I had a recipe for, and I took out, because it's in one of those binders, you know, in a plastic sheet protector, and I took everything out, and I just went through everything because I couldn't find it at all, and it made me crazy because I knew I had copied it from the book and placed it in the sheet protector, and it should have been in the food binder. Well, I just had to go by memory because I never did find it, and realized it was in there all along. It just didn't look like what I expected. Oh, that made me crazy. I'd like to thank a lot of the people that I don't remember who they are, but if you put a craft room video on YouTube, I probably watched it and got inspiration from you. So thank you. Go ahead and leave a comment below and tell me where you find your craft room inspiration. You know, if you're working in a small apartment, like when I did before I moved here, I was in 626 square feet, and I had I guess it was a craft apartment, because I had to devise clever little ways of hiding things. And toward the end, I was not doing it well because it just really exploded. But right for the first 10 years, things were looking pretty good. Then the yarn came in, and yeah. Go ahead and leave a comment below about your craft room, what you like about it, what you don't like about it, and what you'd like to change. And maybe some other people will leave some comments about how to fix what you don't like. And I appreciate you for watching Lazy Lima Life. I really appreciate you being patient with me and for subscribing. Thank you. And if you're new, go ahead and subscribe. I'm having fun. I want you to have fun. We're gonna make stuff together. So I hope you're having a great day. Thanks, and bye.